Ha! Our clever ward has found our nook in time. You are the first brave human. No others have made the trip. This is our home world, Arilou, nestled safe in this true space eddy. The portal you pass through is a rarity, a natural point of interdimensional fatigue. We use these phenomena to speed our transit through the realities. We are wondering, have you met with the Ur-Quan recently? We entrusted an injured talking pet into their care, and we were curious about its progress.
Okay, so there's a talking pet with the Ur-Quan. We haven't spoken to them yet, so we don't know about that. So, who are these people? Ah, according to this, and this also, these people are the Arilou. But first, you sound as if you know me. Have we met?
I forget myself. Of course you don't know me. You are from Unservault, not Earth. We are, however, how shall I say, related. It has been many of your years since I have been to our planet Earth. We are known among your kind by many names, some of them flattering, some of them not. The one we use most often was given to us by the children of the Celts, a wonderful culture. They called us the Arilou, the Arilou Lalile. More recently, we were part of the Alliance of 3 Stars, along with your kind until we decided to return to our own, oh, how would you say, reality, when it became clear that your people would be safe enough under the Ur-Quan slave shield.
Safe? Okay, so what are we going to say to them? So, what did happen at the end of the war?
Forgive us if we forget the importance you attach to such events as this. Our context is infinitely broader than yours in scope, both in space and time. Nevertheless, to please you, I shall try to recall. Yes, now I remember. Here is the sequence. The Ur-Quan fleets have moved through your solar system, and you are defeated. Your people make the choice not to fight with and for the Ur-Quan. A shield is cast about your world. Your people are now safe. This makes us happy. The Armada departs your star system and moves toward the remaining Alliance members, ourselves, the Cyrene, the Yehat, and their adopted Shofixti. The Yehat and Shofixti withdraw to Delta Gorno, but they do not permit the Cyrene to follow. We are content with the flow of events and leave the area to return here. From our perspective, this sequence of events ends here. So,
it seems that the Arilou have some kind of special interest in humanity, and once humanity was out of the war with the Ur-Quan, they did not care enough about the other races to continue on, and so they left and came back home. So now, what about the Ur-Quan? What are they up to?
Soon after the Ur-Quan defeated the Yehat and imprisoned the Cyrene and Betelgeuse, their siblings arrived to initiate the doctrinal conflict. This battle continues as we speak.
So the doctrinal conflict was presumably the war between the Ur-Quan and the Ur that has also been mentioned by the Melnorme, and we now have confirmation that the bug squirt system mentioned by Whiffer on Pluto is indeed Betelgeuse where the Cyrene are. But yes, as we have discovered that they have an interest in humanity, let's ask what it is. What exactly have you been doing on Earth?
You desire honesty. It is given. We have visited your world for many thousands of years into your species past. We have changed things, made modifications.
Hang on, I'm just going to pause this and take that phone call. Okay, phone call over. Let me ask some more. So let's replay that conversation just to make sure I heard everything.
We have visited your world for many thousands of years into your species past. We have changed things, made modifications.
Okay, so what did you change and modify on Earth, and why?
Our motives are multiple, our desires complex. Part of what we do on Earth is for your own protection. There are parasites, creatures who dwell beyond. They have names, but you do not know them. They would like to find you, but they are blind to your presence unless you show yourselves. The androsynths showed themselves, and something noticed them. There are no more androsynths now, only ores.
So that was some very interesting information there. The androsynths have been dabbling with things that were better left undabbled with, and been replaced by something called the ores. And yes, like this line of dialogue says, this sounds creepy. Please go on.
No. In a way, ignorance is your armor, your best protection. They cannot see you now. They cannot smell you. Much of our work with your people involved making you invisible, changing your smell. If I tell you more, you will look where you could never look before. And while you are looking, you can and will be seen. You do not want to be seen.
Okay, so creepy lines of dialogue over. Let's see. You said you had much to give my people. Can you be more specific?
As you know, we live in a dimension adjacent to hyperspace, which we call quasi-space. Our ships move between these dimensions through weaknesses in the interdimensional fabric. Although many such weaknesses, or portals, exist which lead from our dimension, quasi-space, to various locations in hyperspace, there is only one naturally occurring portal which will transport a ship from hyperspace to quasi-space. We therefore find it convenient to generate our own portals artificially, with focused dimensional fatigue rays. As a sign of our long-standing relationship with your species, we would happily fit your vessel with a portal spawner of its own. But your ship is so massive, our units would be ineffective. However, we suspect you may find a sufficiently powerful warp pod, the key element in a portal spawner, in the wreck of the Ur-Quan dreadnought on the 7th world at Alpha Babonus. Bring that warp pod back here, and we will prepare a portal spawner for your vessel.
Okay, Alpha Babonus 7, that's going to be our next port of call, because if we can get a portal spawner, we can then presumably travel through quasi-space, which appears to be faster than travelling through hyperspace. Anyway, you mentioned a talking pet. How did you find one?
We are an endlessly curious species, and we spend much of our time on, how should I say, reconnaissance missions. During one such trip, we witnessed the crash landing of an Ur-Quan dreadnought on the surface of Alpha Babonus 7. Normally, when an Ur-Quan vessel is disabled, it automatically engages self-annihilation circuits to prevent other species from learning the Ur-Quan's technological secrets. In this case, however, these circuits must have failed. The dreadnought did not disintegrate on impact. We landed to explore the wreckage, and were amazed to find a survivor, a talking pet. As you may know, the Ur-Quan use these non-sentient creatures for the task of interspecies translation, a task the Ur-Quan find ultimately demeaning. The talking pet was severely injured, and we did what we could for the poor creature. But it grew clear that without superior measures, the talking pet would die. We turned to the Unga, whom we have known for many centuries. Their bioscience skills are far superior to our own. The Unga promised to do what they could and let us know how the pet fared. We have not heard from the Unga since. Perhaps if you are traveling through their stores, you could ask them for us.
Okay, I will do that, but the fact that the Unga haven't come back and told the Arilou anything does sound slightly suspicious. So what can I say? I can ask about the portal spawner again, but I know about that. I don't want to kill them now. I will instead say goodbye, my Arilou friends.
Goodbye, clever child.
So now, back in quasi-space, we now need to make our way back to hyperspace and go to Alpha Babonus to get the warp pod for the so that the Arilou can use it to get a portal spawner for us. So I'm going to come back to I'm going to come back to that one, which is where I came in, but that one isn't there anymore. That is presumably because of the date. It is not... It presumably opens on this side also only between the 17th and the 20th of each month. So, I'll travel back that way and see what the date is when I get there. Looks like it's going to be a little bit before the 17th. Yes, I would prefer to travel back through that one because that takes us back to where we were, which is actually quite close to Alpha Tavonis. Yes. If we wait here, we will have to wait for some more days. And I don't know if I want to do that. Oh well, right. I've talked long enough that it's now the 9th of April, so I think I can wait till the 17th. So I will wait here and then travel on to Alpha Tavonis once this opens and lets me back into hyperspace. Yes, I don't particularly want to go through the other portals because I don't know where in hyperspace they're going to send me to. So I don't want to go somewhere that's too far away for me to get back to Earth. There's my portal. So now, if we look at the star map, we now have Arilou Sphere of Influence, and we can see Tavonis. Alpha Tavonis is up here. So that's taking us that much fuel, so let's go to that. We are being followed again. This one is not catching us up, so that's probably an Arilou ship rather than a Slylandro probe. So here is Alpha Tavonis, and Alpha Tavonis is quite a hot world. Which one is number 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 worlds here, so number 7 is... I can't really see number 7. Is that it? No, that's number... That would be number 6, that one. Let's go and have a look at it anyway, since we're here. 223 degrees Celsius, but no minerals worth going down for. Number 7 must be that blue one up there. Let's see what this orange one on the way gives us. Is that a temperature worth risking? 1404 degrees Celsius suggests no, and with weather class 7, definitely not. So, I think world 7 is going to be this blue one here. Yes, planet 7. A noble world, temperature 451, otherwise safe. 1 energy signature there, and some biology. So the energy signature is presumably the Ur-Quan dreadnought. There's also biology and minerals down here, so I will land near the energy signature so I can get it quickly if the life forms are hostile. They appear not to be. Yeah, those are the hot spots. Here we are, we've hit the dreadnought. Report from surface. Captain, we have located the wreck of an Ur-Quan dreadnought. The fact that there is anything but a hole in the ground indicates that the vehicle had some engine power left to soften its crash. Most of the dreadnought is just so much alien junk. We have made hollows of everything, but I don't think it will be much use to anyone but those egghead xenotechs back at base. We have found one piece of equipment which is relatively intact. It is a huge hyperspace warp pod. The starboard unit, I think. We will bring it aboard. So we now have the warp pod, and we have seen that with those hotspots, I would say this is actually a little bit too dangerous to go down and try and get the rest of those minerals and biology. So I will instead head to the outer planets, well the one outer planet I haven't been to yet, see if there's any useful resources on those ones. I'll go to this one too, see if there's any useful resources on those which I can get without losing too many crew to the hotspots. +5 weather as well as an 854 degrees temperature, I would say is no. And this is only 364, but nothing useful on it. So it's time to leave this system. It's currently May the 3rd, and I think that does not give me enough time to get back there by May the 17th, so what I am going to do instead is visit some stars on the way back and try and get some more minerals. Alpha Pegasi. Ah yes, I'll show you something first. If we go to our manifest, we can now go to a devices menu and see that we have some devices. We have a warp pod. So now I'm on the menu, I'll actually save my game now that I have the warp pod, and then go back to the game and carry on travelling.